जय हिंद दोस्तों, मैं हूं मेजर मोहम्मद अली शाह और अभी मैं गुफ्तगू में हूँगा अपने एक बहुत ही इलस्ट्रियस सीनियर के साथ जिनको तारुफ की कोई मोहताज नहीं है। बहुत लोग इनको जानते हैं। ही हैज अ वेरी वेरी सॉलिड रेपुटेशन, नॉट जस्ट इन फौज बट आउटसाइड एज वेल, एंड पीपल स्वेयर बाय हिज नेम। आई मीन सर के नाम पे ही बहुत लोग हैं जो जस्ट द नेम कैरीज, सर वाज ही फ्रॉम 14 ग्रेनेडियर्स। सर जब सियाचिन ग्लेशियर में थे उनको एक प्रॉब्लम हो गई थी स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस की, एंड दैट गॉट एग्रीवेटेड व्हिच वाज डेफिनेटली एट्रीब्यूटेबल टू मिलिट्री सर्विस। सर हैज बीन गेटिंग डिसेबिलिटी पेंशन, बट अभी हाल ही में कुछ दिनों पहले जब एक बजट अनाउंस हुआ दोस्तों, तो हमने देखा कि डिसेबिलिटी पेंशन जो जिनको मिलती है दे वर नॉट टू बी टैक्स्ड, होता नहीं था। अभी अचानक से एक नई रूलिंग पास हुई है वे इनकम टैक्स हैज, एंड दैट इज द सेम टाइम कोइंसिडेंटली एक एयरफोर्स ऑफिसर हैं स्क्वाड्रन लीडर अभय प्रताप सिंह सर। He also again was getting disability pension, and he is the joint secretary of DCCI, that's the differently abled cricket council of India. उनके joint secretary हैं। तो we were doing a cricket match at that time, जो इंग्लैंड की टीम और हिंदुस्तान की टीम के, तो एंड दैट इज अ टाइम व्हेन जब ये रूलिंग आई एंड वी वर लाइक वेरी सरप्राइज्ड। और सर कुछ एक दिन पहले अगर आपको याद होगा कि 21 स्पेशल फोर्सेस का एक फौजी एक टोल नाके पे उसको रोका था, एंड ही हैड सम डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड ही सेड बट अगेन सो व्हाट इज द पॉइंट लेडीज जेंटलमैन, हम ये कह रहे हैं अ नेशन शुड ऑलवेज बी ग्रेटफुल टू इट्स सोल्जर्स। लेट्स गो इन कॉन्वर्सेशन विद कर्नल गौरव शर्मा और समझते हैं सर ये डिसेबिलिटी पेंशन का मुद्दा ये क्या है और ये अचानक से ऐसी रूलिंग किस लिए आई और क्यों आई। सर जय हिंद एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर टेकिंग टाइम सर।
Jai Hind Ali, thank you for bringing me on your show.
शुक्रिया सर। सर ये डिसेबिलिटी पेंशन का मुद्दा हम न्यूज में देख रहे हैं। आई नो ऑफिसर्स फ्रॉम द आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स, जेंटलमैन ऑफिसर्स, लेडी ऑफिसर्स जिनको डिसेबिलिटी पेंशन मिलती है, मिलती थी, अचानक से ये सर ये क्या हुआ, ये क्या रूलिंग है ये बजट के बाद अचानक दैट दे हैव टू बी टैक्स, ये क्या है सर? ये कैन यू एक्सप्लेन अ बिट अबाउट दिस सर?
यस, जो लोग भी आर्मी में, नेवी में, एयरफोर्स में सर्विस करते हैं और डिसेबल्ड हो जाते हैं ड्यूरिंग द सर्विस ड्यू टू रीजंस विच आर एट्रीब्यूटेबल और एग्रेवेटेड बाय मिलिट्री सर्विस, the government used to exempt income tax on such a pension. And this ruling is not a new ruling. It was in vogue since 1922. For the last 104 years, the income tax on disability pension of defense services has been exempt. Now, there have been attempts in the last 10 years to take away this exemption. A circular was brought out by the Income Tax Department in 2019 to this effect. The case went to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court put a stay order on that implementation of that circular. So now, in this Finance Bill of 2026 and in the IT Act of 2025, the government has done away with this exemption partially, in the sense that they have again categorized the disabled persons into two categories. One, those who got invalidated out of service because of the disability, and the others who continue to serve despite their disability, and because there is shortage of officers JCUs who are in the army, and these people, despite their disability, continue to serve and completed their term. So these people who continued and completed their term or took premature retirement have now been excluded in the Finance Bill of 2026, which is quite unfair because some of these, large number of these veterans are super senior citizens and senior citizens, and they have no other means of employment or to augment their income at this stage in life. So this is going to be a direct hit of 25 to 30% from their monthly home budget at this age of 80, 85, or anybody who's retired, you can imagine what his age would be. And they are no longer employable, or they can't generate income through any other means. So it is quite unfair changing the rules of the game in the middle of the game, or changing the goalpost middle of the game. So our request to the current dispensation is that this now bill is in the parliament and is going to get come up for vote next month. So it should be considered that we are a minuscule population, and the financial impact of imposition of this tax will be peanuts. It will be minuscule in terms of a country's finances. So a sympathetic view should be taken on this request by the parliament.
जी सर बिल्कुल बल्कि I'm quite surprised कि a soldier who has given his life, who has sacrificed, health is, well, they say health is everything. अब health ही उसमें he gets disability pension, उसको भी आप tax कर दे तो बचा क्या? So basically, if I am getting disability pension and if that is to be taxed again, I hardly anything I would be left with. I mean, how would I fend for myself? How would I survive? So वो support नहीं मिल रहा है, and I've been very disturbed about it. And so a lot of people, in fact, not just soldiers, but sir, and और कुछ आपको इस मुद्दे के बारे में कहना है sir? What appeal you would like to make to the government of the day, sir?
The disability pension is a sort of a compensation for the losses suffered by the individual while in service because of some physical ailment which was attributable or aggravated by military service. Now, if you take my personal example, I got this disability when I was a major, and with a permanent category of P3, I was not eligible to appear for the staff college or to be promoted to higher ranks. Yes, I completed 22 years in the army after that and took premature retirement in 2008. But my entire career, my prospects for rising higher in the army were, they were cut short because of this. So this is a compensation which is being paid. And if you tax the compensation, you give with one hand and you take back with the other, is not fair. And especially when the defense forces have acquitted them so well in all the operations, and the entire nation takes pride in the achievements of the defense services. Now, taking back a part of the compensation as income tax, which was not done for the last 104 years, and suddenly what is the kind of requirement which has come to the nation that they can't spare this amount is a mystery. So the motive behind this move is not clear. It has not been spelled out that why is it being done. If it is being done for pecuniary gains, those are very paltry and insignificant.
Right,
so
sir.
this proposal on page 108 and para 88 of the Finance Act should be reviewed, and in the wisdom of the honorable members of the Parliament, this amendment should be made before the act is passed next month.
Right, sir. So right now it's only a proposal जो budget में declare कर रखा है, अभी implement नहीं हुआ है sir. और अभी भी
implement तो ratification, it can be implemented only after being ratified by the Parliament.
Right.
This bill has been presented. Number of members of Parliament have spoken about this clause, which includes Mr. Shashi Tharoor, Mr. Kanti Chidambaram, Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi. Number of parliamentarians have spoken against this clause, and hopefully these voices will be heard and an amendment be made before this bill is promulgated as an act after passing from the Parliament next month.
Right, sir. Sir, thank you so much for throwing light on this, and I know you are busy, and मैंने आपको ambush कर दिया, surprise कर दिया, and I requested you, sir, and being a youngster who you are very fond of, I am very fond of you, sir. You are very fond of me, and तो आप मेरे को मना नहीं कर सके. Sir, शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत for throwing light on this, sir, and I really hope, sincerely hope that the government takes this into account, जो हमारे disabled soldiers के बारे में है, जिनको disability pension मिल रही है, and they can rectify it in there. So thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you. Jai Hind Ali.